anybody out there?
And now, live from Manchester.
Hello to you all from the north.
Oh dear.
Most memorable scene on what I'm blushing now. What's the most memorable scene, or what's the most memorable line from a film? It's certainly in Get Carter. The most memorable scene and line is this thing coming up in which Michael Caine is on the phone to his girlfriend, which is Britt Ekland, and this is trying very hard to be kind of erotic and seedy at the same time. And we'll play it because it's quite extraordinary. I just want to read you this description of the scene that you're about to hear, right, which is from Films and Filming, which says which is a lovely stuffy magazine. It says, Carter has a charming way with the ladies, as shown in one amusing sequence where he puts the sway on his tarty landlady as he delivers a hotline over the telephone to his mistress.
Hello? Oh, I miss you.
I fancy you. I wish I was touching you now. Right now. Making love to you. I want to stroke you and kiss you all over. Where are you?
In the bedroom. My black underwear.
The sexy silk ones. Take your bra off.
Stop it, darling.
No. Go on. Hold them. Gently. Slowly. Imagine it's me.
Classic scene from Get Carter, starring Michael Caine, and Mark Kermode is here to talk about it. Obviously, we thought it was set in Newcastle. That was a really strong sense of place about it.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was... I can't think of many films that have been set so specifically in Newcastle. There's that other thing, that Mike Figgett's movie, Stormy Mondays. The weird thing about it is, though, although the setting is all... You know, it's Newcastle beautifully filmed, and it does look grimy and grim and all the rest of it, there is one thing which is... It has a strange sort of southern... anti-northernness about it. The point is, you know, he's a London hood. He goes up to Newcastle, and by heck, it's grim up north, and that's the whole kind of tone of the film. Is it's really grim up north. And again, the other lovely thing which he said, this is him describing him going to Newcastle. He hadn't been to Newcastle before, and he said, I'd seen poverty in many parts of the world, but I'd never witnessed misery like this in my own country. It was like Charles Dickens meets Emily Bronte, written by Edgar Wallace. Being in the far north of England, the weather was also dark and foreboding, which was the perfect atmosphere for our movie, because it's always like that up here.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just grim and it's just grimy. So it is a fabulous setting, but it's also the setting of, you know, Newcastle as seen through the eyes of somebody who really doesn't love the north very much and wanted to get on the train back home again. I
mean, obviously it caused a stir because of the violence and so, but I mean, what about the critical response to it when it came out?
Again, it's one of these movies which... It now has cult status in retrospect. At the time, nobody really took it very seriously. Interestingly enough, the British took it a lot less seriously than the Americans did. I mean, I think we have a real habit of kicking our movies better than anybody else does. A lot of people were very down on Michael Caine. I mean, Tom Milne, who was writing in the Monthly Film Bulletin, everyone compared Caine to Bogart, and they did it very unfavourably. And Tom Milne said Bogart had natural charisma, but Caine had to be supplied with it, which I think is really unfair, because I think Michael Caine is incredibly charismatic, or at least was incredibly charismatic. And Variety, on the other hand, said, oh, it's a superior crime action thriller. Hodges conveys rare artistry, restraint, and kind of, you know. So the Americans liked it because it was slice of life Britain, if you want. The British didn't like it because they were snobby about their own films in the same way that they normally are. I think nobody kicks British films like the British do. Just a couple of trivial points, which are just things that I checked out, which I thought were interesting. On the train to Newcastle, you see, when he's going up there, you see Carter reading Raymond Chandler's Farewell, My Lovely, which is obviously a very heavy nod to where all the influences are coming from. Right. You know, it's coming from Chandler, it's coming from Dashiell Hammett. There is one really interesting bit of trivia. There is a scene in which Michael Caine walks into a bar. He's at the end of the... he's you know, a long way away in the shot. Very near the camera in the shot is a guy just drinking at the bar, drinking a pint of beer. Look closely at the scene. It's about a third of the way through. You can't miss it. The guy holding the pint of beer, and nobody knew this when they filmed it, Hodges only noticed it in the rushes, has got 6 fingers.
Wow.
The guy's got 6 fingers. Just incredible. Final bit of trivia. The film was remade in 1972 with an all-black cast under the name Hitman, with Bernie Casey starring in the Michael Caine role. And it's basically the same film, but as a blaxploitation movie.
Any good?
No.
Right. Okay. Right. There you go. And we were going to play a track. I remembered there was a track on Human League Dare album called Get Carter. And what I'd forgotten was that it's about 30 seconds long and just an instrumental played on a Casio VL tone. Do you remember the VL tone?
Yeah.
About that long, that wide, that sort of thing. So we'll have this instead.
I am Michael Caine.
Madness, of course, from 1984 with Michael Caine. And I was watching a programme about him doing an acting masterclass, and he said the main thing was it was all in the eyes, you know, on TV and film. And if you were blonde or ginger or fair or whatever, the main thing to do was put mascara on your eyelashes, then people could watch your eyes.
Top tips.
Yeah.
Don't put mascara on your hair.
Yeah.
Put mascara on your hair, that'd do it.
That would do as well, lad. Yeah. In fact, we're going to be giving away Get Carter a bit later on. You've got them all packed up here, haven't you?
Yes.
Very neatly, all ready, labelled, ready to send out and everything.
And I've got a pen.
And we've got a pen, so we're
No
sorted,
winners.
aren't we? No
Before we
time.
disappear into anything, can I tell you my very interesting Madness Michael Caine story, very briefly?
Please do.
When Suggsy was on Danny Baker After All on the television, and you know we were playing, and so he was going to come on, and we wanted to play, and we were going to play a song with him. So he was there, and we said, "Oh, so you know, listen, we've thought about this really hard. What we would like you to play with us, and you know, we'd really like to play Michael Caine because we love that song. And it's really interesting, it's great, and it's really fab. And we really think it's the best one, and we'd like you to play it." And Suggs said, "Yeah, you're right. It's the best Madness song, and I really love it. I'm not on that one."
Right. Yeah, because it's the other one. It was
It's the other
Chaz
one.
Smash. Isn't
Yes,
it?
Chaz Smash.
Carl Smith who was the guy. Right, this is the single.
The 1FM Roadshow is back on the air from Monday the 18th of July. For 7 weeks you can catch it at a town near you. The 1FM Roadshow. The action starts at 11:30 and we'll be live on 1FM between 12:45 and 2 p.m. The 1FM Roadshow. The 1994 1FM Roadshow. It's the sound of summer. The 1FM Roadshow. 1994.
Could be mistaken. I think that was about the 1FM Roadshow. There's a lot of gunshots going off in the background there, wasn't there?
I wasn't asked to do one.
Well, no, there you go. Well, anyway. Right, Mark Kermode is here, and so is Lard.
Hiya, Mark.
Hello, all right, yes, very good. Right, and so it's sort of competition time, isn't it?
It is. Should we do the fantastic prizes from last week or the fantastic new competition from this week first?
I'll tell you what, let's waste some airtime while we think about it.
Okay.
Let's do the old one.
Okay, fine. So
Right.
last week, which was the Vim Vendors special, and we had this fantastic prize, which was basically the entire early Vim Vendors back catalogue, courtesy
Yeah.
of those very nice people at Connoisseur Video. And consequently, the question that we asked
I like
was...
the way you subtly slipped that mention
I know.
in there. You know, it's like you wouldn't have noticed that.
I know, that's it.
subliminal stuff.
I came out of Pizza Hut, and that just happened.
Around this time of night, I enjoy a
Yes.
pot noodle. Right.
Where was it? Oh, yes, fine. And so the question was quite hard, which was the Vim Vendors movie, which is generally translated as The Goalkeeper's Fear of the Penalty. What is it also translated as? I thought nobody's going to get this. We'll get about like 4 answers, which will really sort out the wheat from the chaff. In fact, we got like an absolutely massive bulging sack. The answer is, of course, that title was also translated as The Goalkeeper's Anxiety at the Penalty Kick, or The Goalie's Anxiety at the Penalty Kick. It was the anxiety and the kick thing that were two imponderables from Germany. So we got loads and loads of them that all got it right. So Lard is going to do the fantastic honours out of the bulging sack. What do you
Well,
think about
you
me?
do 2 and I'll do 1, because you're the big film fella, aren't you?
Okay, fine.
Right.
So, shall I go first? And you had to be 15 to enter this because.
No, you have to be over 15. I mean, not only 15, because if you're 16 by that rule, then you wouldn't be
Then
able to
you'd be
win,
all
would you?
right.
Just sort of mention it.
Right, very good. Thank you.
It's all right.
Right. So, the first winner was Trevor Rudd from Nottingham, he says, "I'm over 18 if I need to be." I think we take it
Right,
that he's over
okay.
18.
Fine.
Well, this guy is a double whammy. He got it right, Richard Musgrave, but he also said, and this we all
Where's
did.
he from? Town. Give me towns.
Barnsley. He told me not to mention it. It's from Barnsley.
Right.
You know, but he won us all over because he did say, "I'd rather shove my face into the backside," he didn't say backside, "of a defecating," he didn't say that either, "tramp rather than listen to the Spin Doctors." Yeah!
Well,
so that was a winner, and he got it right as well. So, you know, had to be done.
Strangely enough, I've got a letter here from, it looks like Anthony Peachment, but it probably isn't, and he lives in Cobham. Town, you see. Give me towns. And it says, Dear Mark, and Mark, Greg Proops was right. Why did I buy this? And he sent us in his copy of Two Princes by the Spin Doctors.
Hey, let's batter
So
it.
to get rid of it, Lard can have it, for he seems to love them. And also he lives in Levenshulme. Right, so there you go. So thanks very much for that. We've one winner we've not done yet, haven't we?
And a final winner. Aha! Oh, it's a home player. So, Alistair Stewart, who's from the Isle of Man, so he wins just on the grounds if he got it right, and he's from the Isle of Man.
Right.
So that's all the Vim Vendors back catalogue to those three. And now for the fantastic competition this week. Michael Caine, we've been talking about Get Carter, and we've got... How many copies have we got, Art?
4.
4.
And you've got to be 17 to win it. You're not 16 or any other age, you've got to be 17. So if you're not, lie.
Okay, fine. So you've got to be 17 to win a copy of Get Carter. Very, very simple question after last week's complicated one. In which movie did Michael Caine say, I only said to blow the bloody doors off?
Right. Hey, was that an impression? It was pretty good, that.
No, I would talk.
Oh,
I'm
is
from
it?
London.
Yeah, all right, fine. Okay, so Mark Kermode.
Oh, sorry, was that an impression of some northern comedian, or is that just the way you talk?
Steady.
Okay. Hey, do you want me to batter Mark in?
Okay.
Southern Jesse.
Okay, so the address for the competition, as always, is what is it? It's it's BBC Radio 1 FM. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. BBC North, Oxford Road, Manchester, M60 1S for Sugar J. And please mark it, the Gubbins and Whatnot, fantastic Fandabadozi, Whatnot, do for over 17, under 16 competition type doobly-doo for thing.
BBC Radio 1 FM, Oxford Road, Manchester, M60 1SJ. Thank goodness we've got Lard to bail us out. Always ready with a witty riposte.
Do you want me to do this link for you as well?
I don't know. I wonder if the Radio 1 Roadshow's on this year.
Mark Radcliffe, missing you already.